Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny and I have my town-wide yard sale haul along with some thrift store stuff and a little bit of an eBay haul as well. So as I mentioned in my last video, this past Wednesday, Independence Day, there was a huge town-wide yard sale that's seriously one of the largest town-wide yard sales I've ever been to. Usually in my old town, they would advertise a community sale and it would be 2 or 3 people set up out of the whole neighborhood. So big waste of time. Wasn't like that here. There was yard sale after yard sale after yard sale here. A lot of junk, in my opinion. There were some good things if you looked. There were some people asking outrageous prices for certain things, but you expect that at yard sales, especially because not everything's a good deal and not everybody is, I guess you could say, they're not knowledgeable about what they have. So, you know, pick and choose. I think overall I spent $27 and 10 of that came from me giving $5 to a basketball team who was planning a trip to Mexico, I think. And then the other 5 of that 10 spent was on water because it was so flippin' hot. And it was probably close to 100 degrees or maybe it was even over 100 degrees. So, yeah, everyone was really, really hot and sweaty. I was so gross after I got home. I literally ran into the shower. So yeah, so I only spent $17 on stuff, which is great because I was very picky. I didn't buy a ton of stuff I didn't need, but I found some really, really great stuff. Before I get into the stuff that I wanted to share with you all today, I kind of wanted to update you on something. I remember I shared this in one of my previous haul videos of non-vintage stuff because I thought this was kind of a reproduction of something. After doing some quick research, I did find out this is from the 50s, and you know, I didn't really look to see if there were any markings on it, because I was really looking on the back here and looking at this metal saying, you know, this is in really good shape, this has to be reproduction. Not sure if you guys are going to be able to make it out, but in here, there is a mark for Brown Megcorp Inc. in Newport News, Virginia, United States. Some of the metal back here was also embossed with that exact same patent on it. So this is an original bottle cap holder. So when you got it in the 50s, it came with a bottle opener in here that you would attach to like your Coke cooler or something like that, and this would hold your bottle caps. Some of these were found in a warehouse probably in the 80s or the 90s, and when I was doing research on eBay, I noticed that one came with a pamphlet and it said, you know, warehouse sale, $8.95 for one of these. And it gave a zip code and stuff like that, so that was clearly something that they found decades after. But I thought that was really, really cool, considering that I thought this was a reproduction. It's like all the other Coca-Cola bottle openers and stuff. These were very, very common mass-produced pieces, but that doesn't stop it from being cool. And I really, really like the Sprite Boy logo on there, so I thought that was kind of a cool little thing to share with you all. I think I'm going to start with the stuff that I got at the town-wide yard sale, because it's not very much. Very first thing that I found at one of the sales is this, I don't know how old it is. I would probably date it to the 70s, 60s or 70s. It's Tupperware canister set. There are 4 of them in here. I paid $3 for that. I'm going to clean them up because they do have some kind of scuffing dirtiness on them. In terms of price, I might throw it up for $30. I'm not sure if I will be able to get that, because you know how shipping is with some of this stuff. It's just, it gets heavy. So, I mean, I'll see what happens, but I knew it was definitely worth more than $3, so I picked that up. Okay, I think the next item that I picked up at the yard sales was one of these. This was $5, and the reason that I did pay the $5 is because I haven't seen this one before. You could use this at Halloween, or you could just have it out any time of the year. This is Taz, the Tasmanian Devil. And so I haven't seen one of these in a long time, so I decided to snatch it. And $5 is usually the best price you should pay. I mean, I would love to have gotten it for $1 or even 50 cents, but sometimes if you don't see them out there very often and it's reasonable, $5 or less, pick them up, because why not? They're very cool pieces and they last. It's plastic, so it's not like glass or anything. So they're very, very cool pieces. I have a ton of them. I'm sure you've seen them in previous videos. Okay, what else did I get? Oh, yes. So for $1, I managed to find another set of dogs on chains. This one I'm going to keep for myself to go along with the other ones that I found, the green ones. These ones are definitely older, I would say 50s or 60s. And there's nothing wrong with them, no cracks or chips. There might be a little bit of crazing here or there, but that doesn't bother me because anything that's vintage pretty much has crazing on it. So I was excited about that. For $5, I got this set of dishes here, like I need them. These are, first of all, they're extremely dirty. And the logo has come off. They're like, they must have just come out of a barn or something, because these are horribly, disgustingly dirty. They're going to have to go and get washed. These are Pyrex dishes. Let's see if it'll show up on here. Don't know how you'll be able to make that out, but yep, Pyrex. So I got a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I asked the guy how much this was because I have a couple of these. Actually, I have a set of them now. And he said $1 for this, and then I asked him how much he wanted for this set, and he said $5 for everything. So I decided to pick that up because I don't ever see, if it doesn't break, I don't ever see blue Pyrex dishes out there, and when I do, people want a fortune for them. Well, at least in the antique malls. Well, that's expected, right? So I picked those up. I was really, really excited about that. And I think that's all except for one more piece that I was really, really shocked to find because I'd never seen anything like it before. How freaking cool is this thing? This is a antique phone planter. And I paid $5 for it. I thought that was a really, really good price considering the color, and I like that the paint is chipped on the, I believe this is where you would talk, and then this is where you would listen. No cracks, no chips. I just absolutely love that, and I think that will be a really, really cool piece to hang. You can put your mail in it. So many potentials and so many opportunities. So many potentials, did that even make sense? No. So much potential and so many different ideas. I just love that, and it's a really, really cool color. So that's everything that I got at the townwide yard sale. Now let's move into the flea market stuff. Again, I didn't find nearly as much, but I mean, it was scorching hot. Tomorrow we're going to be going to the market again, and it's supposed to be really, really nice in the morning. I'm probably going to have to wear a sweatshirt because it's going to be, I think, in the mid-50s. But I'm excited because hopefully that means there's going to be a lot of people there, which means I'll be able to get some cool stuff and I can do another haul for you. Okay, actually, let me go into the one piece that I got off eBay. I've got some other stuff that I am currently watching. You'll excuse me, I just got to turn my phone volume up in case I hear a notification for something that I'm watching. Alright, so at the market last weekend, I was looking at this set of ice molds, and I thought they were really cool, and they were sitting out on a table, and I was like, if these are cheap, I'll get them, and then I found out he wanted $15 for them, and I was like, you know what, you gotta have some kind of big-ticket pieces just to draw people in. He had a really cool Max Factor cat. It was velvet. Oh, it was like a cloche thing. Google, or eBay it if you want to see what I'm talking about. So he wanted $15, and then, you know, usually when I see something that I really like, I go to eBay if I think it's too expensive at a flea market, and I see how much I can get for it there. So this person was advertising this for $8.50. I offered him, I think, $4. I think it was $4. And then he, I think I offered him $4 1/4, and then he countered back and said, will you do $5? And I said, that's perfectly fine. So I got these really, really cool 50s molds. They're brand new, never used. It's just a really, really thin plastic. They're going to be washed if I ever decide to use them. But they're very, very cool. It's pinup related, so I thought that was cool, and it came in the original box. They're not very valuable. They're just kind of like a novelty item, something you'd probably buy at like Spencer's or something like that. But it comes with the original instructions, which is really cool. So I'm definitely going to hold on to those. I think I'll definitely use them at one point, or maybe I'll get another set, and then I'll use them. But I really, really like the box, and I like the idea that you could have a woman floating around in your drink. That's kind of just a fun bachelor party thing. I don't know. Excuse me for that. Okay. So I guess I'll show you guys the very first thing that I picked up at the flea market. For $2, I got this stack of paper. Now, I just sent a box of stuff out to Miss Stone Home, and I forgot to put this in there. So I got 5 pieces for $2. That's 20 cents each. This was the first thing that I noticed. It's just some wrapping paper, scrap wrapping paper, or maybe I'll keep it now. I don't know. Just interesting. Very, I don't even know what era that is, because there's so much vintage Christmas out there. If you guys happen to know or remember wrapping with this, let me know in the comments. But mainly what I picked up were these pinups. I have some notepads with these on it. It looks as if they came from calendars and then they were glued to a wall, because it's very thick back here and I don't want to attempt to scrape it off because it's paper. But I really, really like them, and you know where they're going to go. It's in my book of paper ephemera. I really, really like that one, and this is one that I have a note card of. Here's the second one. And again, they all have condition issues, but that doesn't bother me because I paid 20 cents a piece, and you can't beat that. Just really, really cool art. I love stuff like this. These were done by artist Earl Moran, who did photographs of Maryland in, I think, 1949. And if you look up those shots, they're very, very good shots. I love them. So that's cool. Okay. Oh, yes. I forgot about these little guys. For $1 each, I got 2 more princess phones, like the phone charms from the 60s. So I got another pink one. And I also got one in blue, aqua. So I thought those were really cool. I'm not sure if these are the original chains to them or not, but these are just going to go into my salad jar, which I happen to have right here in front of me, full of all kinds of cool little small knickknacks. So this is just going to go in there and be added to that little hoarded stash of stuff that I have. Now this next item is uber tacky, and I mean, it's probably one of the ugliest pieces of Pyrex I've ever seen. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, why in the world did you buy that? Well, the reason that I bought this, the guy originally was asking $8, and I asked if he would do $5, and then he said, will you do $5.50? Or I asked if he would do $5, and then he said $5.50. He counter-offered that. And I said, oh, and then you know what? I said, I have 6, why don't I just give you $6? So the dish cost me $3, and then the lid cost me $3, and the reason that that's the reason why I bought this, because I feel like these lids are very hard to find. I look at thrift stores, I look at antique shops, and like a junk pile that they have, oh, here's like $1 for this, or something like that. But if you guys remember, I did pick up a snowflake pattern divided casserole dish, and I thought for $3, that makes this a $12 investment, and I'm not going to sell this because I love this dish so much. So there you go. Now I have a completed set for $12. And I think what I'm going to do to hopefully just get maybe $5 for this at our yard sale, I think somebody would love to throw that in their antique booth. I don't care what they do with it, because I think it is hideous. I mean, look at it. I mean, sorry to anybody who likes this, but it's just an awful, awful color. The pattern is very 70s. No. I'm going to stick to light colors. Okay, so now that we've got the Pyrex thing out of the way, I also got something that I'm really, really excited about, because as you all know, I've been looking for the primary color nesting bowl set by Pyrex forever. I got lucky and scored 2 of them at a charity thrift store here in town for $5 a piece. And I even got 3 more. The girl and I, or the girl who had these and I were chatting, and I asked her, what do you want for your bowls? And she said, the lowest I'm willing to go is $15. And I said, 15 for each of them? Or 15 for the set? And she said, yeah. And I said, I'll take them. And she said that she had bought a set of these for her friend on eBay for like $60, $70. And I said, oh, I know, I've been trying to complete the set. The hardest ones to come by, if you're ever trying to look for them, are the red and the blue. Now, they do have some paint loss. I mean, I'm sure you all can see that right there. There's some scuffs and stuff on there. But you know what? These pieces are imperfect. They were used. They weren't put through the dishwasher, which is great. I think what I'm going to do is hold on to the blue one, because that's the hardest one to find. The red one is in a little bit more rough shape than I was anticipating. What's funny is I was looking on the bottom of these, and someone had written 50 cents on them, so whatever. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to keep the red and the blue. The blue I think is in okay shape, minus some minor wear, but that's normal with these, I guess. And the red one I'll hold on to too until I can find one in better shape. So that means I have completed the nesting bowl set for $20 as opposed to buying it for $60 to $90 at an antique store, or even some people at a flea market were charging $60. So I was pretty happy. 20 bucks for that, that's $5 a bowl. Now, I did get another yellow one, and what I think I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take some barkeeper's friend to it, clean it up. I'm going to throw it in our yard sale for $5 and help someone else out who's trying to complete their nesting bowl set. That way, you know, I make a little bit of my money back, and then, you know. So I'm going to clean that up real well, and then hopefully someone will buy that. Maybe I'll do $6, I don't know. Because shipping something like this on eBay is incredibly difficult, and nobody's going to want to pay a bunch of money just to ship one bowl. So that's all that I wanted to share with you all today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when a new video is posted. All the links to my social media accounts are down below. And thank you so much for watching.